Hello, welcome to HITC Sport, and Christ above, I need a bastard haircut! Hello, welcome to HITC Sport, alright. Make no mistake about it, I was born and raised in Ireland, and so I'm sorry, I can't help but want England to desperately fail at every tournament. I want you to desperately fail, just like Johnny Vegas when he tries to give up chocolate for Lent. It's built into me, honestly, it's in my DNA to want England to trip over their own feet. Ever since I was baptized by being dunked headfirst into a swamp, I've been told, do not want England to win tournaments. Otherwise, we'll never hear the bastard end of it. But just like every other YouTubing cretin, let's try and pick a 23-man squad for England at the Euros this summer. And lads, considering my Irish squad consists of anyone with 2 working feet and a pulse, oh god, am I so jealous of your talent. And it doesn't help when you've stole 2 of your players from us. Right, let's go. Dean Henderson. Okay, considering I live my life as a bitter Irishman, I'd gladly see Gareth Southgate choose a bag of sand to stick between the posts. Good Christ, if I somehow fluked my way into the England job, I'd be stuffing a dehydrated turkey in nets. But who actually deserves England #1? I'm gonna go for Dean Henderson. But lads, what at Everton? We've seen Jordan Pickford show the concentration of a dyslexic panda. So yeah, just put Henderson in goal. Jordan Pickford. Well, obviously Pickford still makes the squad. Good grace, the only way he wouldn't is if he was knocked down by a bus. And even then, Southgate would probably still drag his broken limbs off the pavement and stick him in the squad. Because what's the alternative? Aaron Ramsdale? Southgate would probably rather iron his own tongue. Nick Pope. Lads, if England are going to win the Euros this summer, they'll probably need help from the actual Pope, never mind Nick. But again, yeah, Burnley's #1 isn't a bad #3 to put in the squad. Good Christ, there's fellas probably midway through an art degree at Trinity College who could actually realistically wind up as third choice goalie for Ireland. God, we're shit. Kyle Walker. Lads, England's overload at right back is bordering on ridiculous. For some reason, during the 90s, there was just an epidemic of lonely old housewives giving birth to future right backs. I'm not sure why. Maybe the tap water was spiked with defensive athletic genes. Who knows? Sounds rank. I'd imagine the water probably tastes of dried spunk. But listen, we're at the point now where Manchester United's first choice right back is actually considering switching nationalities to Dr. Congo. That's how many top class right backs there are. And a year ago, Kyle Walker was the forgotten man, denied the chance to make the right back spot his own at the 2018 World Cup, squeezed out of the squad last year, and then chose to spend lockdown driving 50 miles up the road to fetch a lasagna off his map. The guy's international career could very easily have been instantly drowned in a shallow ditch of dog piss. But to be fair, he's probably just enjoyed the best season of his life, and he's probably the most dependable and experienced fullback in the team. And you know when the last time this guy played an international tournament at right back? It was Iceland in 2016. He was on the same pitch as Jack Wilshere and Daniel Sturridge. I mean, come on. It's been too long. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Listen, I know the possibility of a world-class crosser like Trent Alexander-Arnold is somehow not making the England team. It's probably enough to force thousands of angry Scousers to burn the Union Jack flag in a pub opposite Anfield. But lads, I'm not denying Alexander-Arnold is a ridiculous talent. I'm gonna say it, he's the most creative fullback this country's ever produced, ever. And there seems to be a narrative that defensively, he's about as reliable as Jason Punchett's bowels. No, listen, this isn't some John Flanagan-esque wet pancake of a defender. Are we forgetting he once marked Cristiano Ronaldo out of a Champions League final? The guy is top class and will be unlucky to miss out on the starting 11, but I just think at 30, Walker deserves another crack at right back. Harry Maguire. Listen, because of the ridiculous £80 million price tag and the fact that he has a skull that looks like he was created in PC World, Harry Maguire is an easy target to laugh at. But lads, forget that he's wearing the heavy weight of the Manchester United club captaincy. If this guy was still at Leicester City, you'd be salivating over him as if he was made out of steak. The guy's a good defender, he's an important player for England. So yeah, without a doubt, start him. John Stones. Like Walker, John Stones is another one who's managed to drag his international career out of a ditch. I know, his mere presence in the squad would probably cause England fans sleepless nights. Because yes, like David Luiz or even Phil Jones, when this guy has a bad game, it's like watching a camel on roller skates. He's the type of guy who, when he's having a bad day, is probably in danger of burning down the house when making a slice of toast. He doesn't do half measures, and so yeah, if he has a stinker at the Euros, he'll probably deliver a performance so bad, it'll make half the country bleed from the eyes. But when he's good, he's bordering on world class, so yeah, worth the risk. Tyrone Mings. I'll admit it, 3 years ago I assumed Tyrone Mings was a knuckle-dragging ogre who should probably be forced to live in a swamp and ran out of town after spending the first half of his career stamping skulls into wet brain confetti. But since getting promoted with Aston Villa, we've all seen him turn into a top-class, composed, versatile centre-back who could probably play for nearly every team in the damn league. Get him on the plane as third-choice centre-half. COADY. Yeah, pretty simple here. You might expect the versatile Eric Dyer to make an appearance here. Yeah, sure. If you want to fill your squad with football's answer to state like sandwiches, then sure. Look, this fella's just the English John O'Shea. Jack of all trades, master of none. Anyway, yeah, Conor COADY, captain of Wolves, 4th choice centre half, stick him in the squad. Luke Shaw. I wouldn't blame Ben Chilwell. If he spent the summer crying in the shower and drowning his hamsters in the bath, he must be utterly fuming, because go back to last summer, and this 23-year-old left back was apparently the next Ashley Cole, going to be 1st choice for England and Chelsea for the bones of a decade. But now, he's recently been benched by Thomas Tuchel and suddenly lost his England place. The German is essentially drowning Chilwell's international career. I wouldn't be surprised if he felt like chucking a brick at Tuchel's car. Great news for Luke Shaw though, he's been utterly brilliant for Man United, and he's probably going to wind up in the PFA Team of the Year for the first time in 7 damn years. So yeah, 1st choice left back this summer, Ben Chilwell. Yeah, again, Ben must feel like ripping chunks of hair off his own scalp. Chilwell sneaks into the squad just about. Declan Rice. Yeah, as much as I'd happily love to shave a ball and push him into a rat-infested swamp, I have to admit Declan Rice is a good midfielder. But to be fair, the former Irish badge kisser is lucky the country isn't overloaded with defensive midfielders, because I promise you, were this the era of Owen Hargreaves, Gareth Barry and Michael Carrick, you wouldn't even get a sniff of a playing seat. Phil Foden. Some members of this England squad nearly had their international careers cancelled after getting smashed up by the people of Iceland in 2016. Well, young Phil Foden nearly cancelled his own international career recently by trying to smash the people of Iceland in a 5-star hotel room. But unlike Mason Greenwood, he's bounced back to utterly rip the Premier League to shreds. And so, lads, never mind, get him in the squad. This man deserves to play in the starting 11. Jordan Henderson. This shouldn't even be a question. Jordan Henderson is a Premier League and Champions League winning captain. This guy walks into the squad. Does he start? Yeah, because I've been picking a 4-2-3-1 formation with him partnering Rice in the midfield too. This guy is not a warrior, a lion, and if he's fit, then yeah, one of the first picks on the team sheet. Jude Bellingham. Yeah, Leeds fans are probably be hoping that I accidentally swallow a fork this afternoon, but lads, hear me out. I initially had Calvin Phillips in the squad when I made this list last weekend, but lads, after Jude Bellingham's incredibly mature display at the Etihad this week, I have to select this prepubescent child and put him in the squad. No, he won't start, and he'll probably only get about 20 minutes all tournament, but lads, he's going to be a ridiculous player. Mason Mount. Again, Mason Mount, brilliant player, really stepped up at Chelsea. Stick him in the squad. I wouldn't start him, but he'd be a damn good impact sub off the bench. Jesse Lingard. Yeah, lads, ask me last season. No, ask me 10 weeks ago if Jesse Lingard should be keeping James Maddison out of the England squad. And I promise you, I would look at you as if you had a ball sack growing out of your forehead. Never in a million years did I think Jadon Lings would claw his way into such a talented England squad. Honestly, I just assumed the guy had lost his passion for the sport and was now just some annoying hashtag influencer, daydreaming about brand deals and potential collabs with the F2. Only 3 months ago, he was an ignored Manchester United wet cabbage who recently just scored 1 goal over the course of 2 bastard years. His end product? What end product? A guy who last season was dumped by Mino Raiola after just 10 months and had the Europa League draw been different, would probably now be stuffed out on loan to Real Sociedad, cramped into some 3-star Spanish hotel, and with another midfield magician like David Silva already pulling strings in that team, by comparison, he would just resemble a crippled cat. But lads, since I moved to West Ham, who saw this coming? 6 goals, 3 assists, 100 goals. Lads, Jesse Lingard is currently enjoying the best form of his career. And lads, right now, he's the most in-form English player. Somehow, he's dragged his career out of a ditch, and I can't believe I'm saying this, put him in the squad. Jack Grealish. Considering Aston Villa's survival means that I'm going to have to dedicate an entire week to showering this utter wet sandwich with praise, and let's just leave that until May, alright? So for today, let's just say that yes, Grealish is a talented playmaker, even if he looks and probably smells like someone who lives under a bridge. Jadon Sancho. Did anyone watch Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville pick their England squads? 2 experienced footballing brains who both agreed to leave Jadon Sancho out of the England squad. Lads, this is a perfect example of how British pundits are just too lazy to look outside the Premier League. Lads, not only should Sancho be in the squad, he should be one of the first names on the team sheet. A front 4 of Sancho, Sterling, Foden and Kane? That is electric. Are we forgetting this guy had a £100 million price tag last summer? And so you want to make him spend his summer picking his belly button on the couch? So arrogant to think that you don't need a player of his ridiculous quality. Thank Christ Erling Haaland decided not to declare for England, or they'd probably be ignoring him in favour of Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Raheem Sterling. Some people, other internet football creators, they will tell you that Raheem Sterling has been utterly useless this season. Why? Because he's not scoring hat-tricks every week. The man's got 13 goals and 7 assists in 39 matches this season. Off form. Scrub your brains with toothpaste because Christ above. Ridiculous take. Start this man. Marcus Rashford. Yeah, Man United fans will disagree, but I think Marcus Rashford should be slapped to that bench. Listen, the man's an obvious talent, but No, I wouldn't put him in the starting 11. Harry Kane. Yeah, obvious. Again, captain of his country. Probably going to be England's all-time record goal scorer and probably the only true world-class player in the squad. Leaving him out of the starting 11 or even the squad, if any manager did that, they'd be chucked in the loony bin. Danny Ings. And the final space in the squad goes to Danny Ings. Listen, the likes of Ollie Watkins and Mason Greenwood will be spitting out chunks of their own tongue, but lads, after Kane, Danny Ings is currently the best finisher of a football with English blood coursing through his veins. Even if Jamie Vardy was unretired, I'd still be choosing Ings instead. The guy scored 35 goals in less than 70 games for Southampton. If England are chasing a goal, spit this man onto the pitch for the final 30 minutes. Honestly, if Southgate doesn't pick Ings in his squad, then honest, it's official. He's got a brain made of butter. It would be an absolute disgrace. Imagine picking a 7-foot lump like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you know, this decade's Emil Heskey, instead of a purebred goal scorer like Ings. It would just be utterly rancid. Anyway, that's it. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Have I made all the wrong picks? I'm sure you're gonna let me know in the comments below. Enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, I'll talk to you in a while.